Guys, we're at 32 Gunter. I'm gonna do the exit drive on the way out so you can see everything. But I just passed another agent in this house, so it took me a minute to get here. All right, so cul-de-sac. All the houses look nice, of course. We're in the right price range for that. And I like your palm trees. We got banana trees, but there's your palm. And then you got some right here. Alright, give me a second. Alright, the roof and soffits look really good. Need to check over here real quick. We got their little extenders and lighting. Look at that. And an owl to keep away the birds. So we do have a little crack in the stucco up here. It looks like they tried to repair. It just needs to be repainted. We'd have to get inspector take a look at that real quick. And I do see a little paint trim maintenance that could possibly be done to keep that from rotting. Just needs to be touched up a little bit. Nothing major so far. Let's get inside. Could be a dumpster fire. All right. Deck could use a little touch up on the paint. It looks like they got the surfacing stuff. I used this to keep my dog's nails down one time when in another home. Yeah, so there's stucco. Had a couple things here and there. Nothing crazy. Soffits look good. All right, let's get in there and see. Someone's a smoker. Yeah, we need a little, just some paint maintenance I'm seeing on this one. This isn't major, but more than likely, appraiser would probably call it out. And the reason why they would call it out, that would be what we call a lender required repairs. Because you have to remember, they always want their money. So if you could just keep in mind that anytime you see stuff like this, if it's not sealed and it allows water to penetrate the wood, they're going to say, you know, hey, you need to paint that so we don't have any wood rot. If you're busy paying for repairs, you may not be able to make your home payment, and that's where they're coming from on that. All right, whoa, this house is empty. And let's see what we get. AC's kicking. Golly, freezing in here. All right, got lights. All right, lights. So that's pretty different. We're gonna go up and take a look at it. All right, let me get here and mess with the lights real quick. Okay, all right. Walking in, upstairs. Looks like there's a dining room right here. Actually, no, look, okay, so this is like an office area. Here's your dining room right here. Let's hit these lights. I do like the lights. And that's like more of a gray. It looks like kind of, in the picture to me, it looks like a browner, but it's gray, definitely gray. And the walls are agreeable gray. Ask me how I know. All right, vaulted ceiling in here. So this would either be another family room or a den or an office, however you would like. And it looks like you also get to keep the fancy, I wish I could get that word out, the fancy curtain rod, but we do have this janky shit right here. What's going on with that? All right, so it needs a register. That's kind of easy. It's old. It looks like it's been painted and it's half hanging out. Also, what I think is a little odd is the way the blinds are. See that right there? I mean, these is kind of minor stuff, but missing a screen. Yeah, the blinds are quality, very good quality blinds. I just don't like the way they're installed. I don't like that they're on the outside, but they did have curtains here. So with the curtains down, you're never gonna notice any of that. That's probably why they did it that way. But if you're not planning on using the curtains, you know, you got this little thing right here. Looks like they just had a hard time painting it. Oh, is that paint or wallpaper? I think it's all paint. All right, and again, we're missing the screens on this. But they probably didn't open them up. Are we missing screens on anything else? Yeah, front windows are missing screens too. So it kind of just depends on, maybe we might find them in the attic or something. Hopefully, I didn't bring a ladder, damn it. Hopefully, we can probably get in the attic. All right, so entering, oh, I like the kitchen. Hell yeah. All right, turn on the light. There we go. Bam. Okay, so light. And this is where we came in at, so I'm gonna take you back through here really quick. Light, more light. Okay, right here. More light. Pachow, pachow. All right, more light. Okay. Laundry room. So laundry room is downstairs. And it looks like I had a little issue right here. It's dry. So maybe fixed. And this definitely was laundry room. There's dirty shit in here. And that was where dryer was right there. All right. So it goes this way. Doesn't seem like it's wide enough to do that, but I guess it is. If not, I mean, you could always do one there and one here. You got plenty of room, and it looks like they had a shelf here at one time, just yanked it out of the damn wall. And again, with the registers, golly, what is going on? All right, so we're just gonna buy new registers. God darn. I think you can get a pack. I just bought a pack of like 8 for like $60, but I got fancy ones. All right, and the floor's a little janky here. It's not bad. Just a fresh bead of caulk would do a lot. Whoever did that doesn't really know how to caulk. Okay. And then, of course, it does need a little touch of, it could use a clean. It's nothing crazy though. All right, let's get in here. The fan works. And again with the registers, Jesus. All right. Not a very fast water. We're gonna turn that off. Let's see, it is quartz. I do like that. Let me get a look under here real quick. All right, dirty as all get out. Jesus. All right, but there's no leaking. So this is corrugated right here, which is not code, but the reason why it's corrugated is because at one point there was a different vanity here, and they put a new vanity and a new sink in, and it didn't line up exactly like the old one. So they did this. It will get called out on the inspection report, because they're going to say that stuff can get caught up in here, and it's true, stuff can get caught up in there. But you know how you do it? You just unscrew this right here and unscrew this right here, and it pops out and you clean it out. And that's the same thing that would happen with any pipe, but the corrugated does tend to catch it just a little bit more. So I would say you're probably okay with here. You don't have a bunch of hair and no one's brushing their teeth down here. It's a downstairs one, but it is dirty. So, all right, get up, you can do it. But no leaks. Mirror has a little, I'm sorry, hey. Mirror has a little imperfection right here too. Can you see that? No, blinding you? Yeah, right there, see? See the bevel, how it's good, and right here. All right, and then the toilet wiggles a little bit. It could be tightened down, but I don't think it's probably leaking. It's not the prettiest back here either, but again, it's behind the toilet. You're not really seeing that too much. No one's coming in here and inspecting that but me. And then we've got a little discoloration here on the paint. Let me try this. There we go. So not perfect. They had something hanging here, which hid all this, you know. Not bad. I'd repaint this just because there's some like, see how it's not that great of a paint job. If you were just coming here and hanging stuff in here, no one's probably gonna notice it. But when I back up, you can see what I'm talking about. All right, get out of here. Great train fan. Okay. Whoa. What do we got going on up in here? Where's the light? Bam. Okay, dirty as shit. Jesus Christ, what were they doing in here? All right, painting, obviously. Let me get over here and see what this is going on. All right, we got looks like a 2010. I gotta check it out, but the serial number says 1003. It could be a 2003, but I'm pretty sure it's a 2010. I want to check that out though, so I will look that up when I turn this off. And it's a A.O. Smith 1003. All right, we'll look that up. It looks like it has a freezer. I will ask for that. And then here's your primary water shut off right there. And then gas. You have a gas water heater. Oh, look, there's access to it. Attic. Well, the roof sheathing looks really good. And there's the out for the, can you see that? Right there. That's where the water heater is venting out. It goes all the way. Right there. It comes down. And it looks good up here. Nothing's corroded. You got your TRDX valve right here. Copper is best, but this does still work. It just would, if anything happened, it would just drain onto the floor and drain out. All right, we got jets to fly overhead here. You hear that? Okay, nothing else in here. Nothing to see here, but they do have this really nice storage system in here. I would love this. For sure. And it's very spacious, and it does hold 2 cars. So that's cool. All right, panel, let's take a look. We got a 150 amp panel right here. 150. Which I'm surprised. It's usually about 200 in these houses, but okay. Looks good. Panel looks up to date. Nothing weird. Let's get out. Get this light. Jam. All right, now we're back in here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. This is where we came in. We're gonna take this walk in here so you can properly see everything. We got through that stuff. We got a closet right here. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, all right. That's a nice storage closet. Okay. And then this way be your living room. That way was the dining room and the entrance to the kitchen, right? And then this way is your eat-in kitchen. So I do like the light fixtures in here, and I do like the kitchen. Here's the pantry. Bye-bye. Oh, but it stops right about here. My guess is there was a floor underneath this floor, and they laid it right over, and so of course it caused a little rubbing spot down here. As long as you don't open it too far, you won't mess up the floor, or you can take it off and sand the bottom of the floor. That works too. We do have bugs. We got some bug action. We do get water bugs in here, so that doesn't bother me so much seeing one, especially when it's an empty house. If we were to see a bunch of little ones, I'd be like, okay, we need to get it treated. But again, there's just some stuff, cosmetic stuff here and there. All right. Okay. These look like the cabinets were painted, and they were. At one point, they were honey oak. They did a decent job on it. They're shiny. I do see a couple spots here when you're looking at it. But overall, yeah, I guess I do see them here too. Not the best paint job. I love the quartz countertops though. And I could get past the paint job, honestly. It's not too bad. They got an extra cutting block right here. And I have no idea what this was. Looks like it could be cool though. All right. We did brass. And it is not super shiny new inside, but not too terrible. It needs to be cleaned. Needs a good cleaner. I have a fantastic cleaner. She is amazing. Right. But yeah, it definitely needs to be cleaned in here. So not the newest fridge. This fridge. 4017. I'm pretty sure it's the 40th week of 2017. It's the serial number right there. I don't see a date on there anywhere, and that's usually how that is done. Again, not the newest, not the oldest. Clean overall. They left your handy dandy baking tray. Nobody wants that. And then the dishwasher, the microwave again, doesn't look the newest. Yeah, it definitely looks jacked up as all get out. Look. There's no radiation leaking out of that at all. What are you talking about? Yeah, they got cleaned. I'm saying, just a quick clean. Maybe it was a rental. Again, just needs a clean. Clean, guys. Clean. What are we doing? Oh my God, look at that. Just clean it. Wipe it down. Staple some shit in there. Maybe like a little padding or something. Golly. Again, dirty. All right. So that bug actually could have been here because they're dirty as shit. A lot of crumbs. Needs to be cleaned. So far though, I'm not mad at it, just needs to be cleaned. Oh my God, what a disaster. Okay, so this needs to be replaced and they somehow thought putting a couple extra sheets of flooring was gonna cure it all up. I wonder what else. That is dirty. And I don't know if you notice it sags right there. So this whole piece needs to be replaced with a new sheet of wood. It's not hard to do and we would ask them for it. It does have a smell down here though, so I'm guessing that here, let's turn on the water. This is not going to anything but this spray. This nozzle's jacked up and looks like we may have insulated glass failure. I'm not sure. I gotta check it out. Yeah, it was raining outside too, so it could be from outside. So when I go outside, I'll check to see if it's insulated glass. But again, no. Where are the screens, man? All right. There we go. That's working great. Okay, so down here, we don't have any leaking, which is good, but see on this right here, it tells me at some point this is stopped up and there definitely is moisture down here because if there wasn't, it wouldn't have any rust on it. And it smells right here, so they either fixed it, which is fine, or that thing just backs up once in a while. I'm guessing it worked, it seemed to work fine, but I also didn't put a bunch of food in it. So that's an easy thing to ask for. These are all cosmetic items. This real quick. I love the quartz countertop though. But this, you know, it's a little jacked up right here. This just needs to be cleaned up badly. Not the newest, not the cleanest. It's a dishwasher. How did they manage to keep it dirty on the inside? Yeah. Dirty. All right. Yeah, we got insulated glass failure right here. See how it's foggy? The window. This one right here. Again, really nice blinds all on the outside. Who taught you how to install these? Okay, and yeah, look. Didn't even cover it all the way. Put the damn thing up there. Insulated glass failure there. One right there. One right there. I'm pretty sure that's one right there too. I like this. This is bomb.com. All right, let me go grab this. All right, so let's do a quick review so you can get the whole idea. We could have caught this better. It's like ticky-tacky shit. All right. In the kitchen. I love the layout. I like the kitchen. I'm not sure what's going on up here. It's a light. Golly, what else is up there? They painted and left the stuff from painting up there. Lazy. All right. Killing me, guys. Killing me. All right, here we go. Lights. Didn't hit that one, obviously. I do love the way that they did this, though. All right, see this? I love that. I think it was really smart. Got your nice little bar area in. You can still sit here and watch TV with the family. You've got enough room for a large whatever you want in here. Now, as far as the TV goes, you're not going to fit something super giant there. You'd have to take the mantle down, which can be done. Once you take the mantle down and paint it, it wouldn't be a big deal. You wouldn't see it. So the TV would have to go here, which also works because if you're in the kitchen, you can see it. Maybe put your couches this way and like bar stools this way. Everything's facing that way. Right. And this is a navy blue. It looks kind of like black in the thing, but it's a blue. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and then I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna get the light, this light. And this is a gas. That's a gas fireplace. And there's the gas thing, key to turn it on. And then you have really nice doors, insulated and with the blinds. And I'm trying to figure out how to get these lights on right here. There we go. Oh, right out. All right, so this one is the only door that doesn't have, but it's also the one that you go out. This one's a fixed door, so those are fixed doors too. Yeah, so it's just basically for the light. And that's okay. All right, we'll go out there in a minute. I'm gonna take us upstairs and then see what else I can find. All right, going upstairs. Oh, I missed the sconces. Those are cute. Okay. Carpet doesn't look like it's bad. Needs to be shampooed. It's got tread marks. Nothing crazy. I'm not finding pet stains, and it doesn't smell bad in here at all. But, all right, so the speckling that you're seeing on the door is because of the light. It looks to be good. This way is a room, probably a bedroom. We're gonna check it out. Hall, bath, bedroom. So we're gonna hit this one first. So this has hard flooring in it. It is the first generation hard flooring. So remember when, there's another bug. If you can see this, it's 3 planks printed on 1 plank. And in some of the areas that are high tread, like right there, you got that, right? It's not all over, and it actually kind of might be the only area I'm really seeing that, which is probably either a high tread area or there was water there at some point or a pet. But it looks really good in here though, but it's not the fancy stuff. All right. Stains, probably the kids' room. That's gray, looks kind of brown in the picture, but it's gray. All right, and again, on the outside, who hung the blinds here? Golly. And it looks like, I don't think that's insulated glass failure. It looks like it's just dirty, but again, no screens. And no screens, and again with the blinds. And yeah, look how long. Did someone hang on it? Must have. See how it's all. All right. This one too, missing screens. The blinds are not as fancy in here, but again, they are still on the outside, so I guess they didn't care that the curtains were going to be covering whatever imperfections they had. Okay, I'm going in here, same flooring, and I'm only seeing that spot right there, really. Let me check it out a little bit. That's dirt. Right here. It's a little chipping. Again, no screens, but we definitely have, I don't know what that is. It looks like mud. I wonder if we're gonna find a giant nest on the other side or something. But for now, it looks like mud or dirt, which I'm not sure why that would be up that high. And again, see how dirty that is? It just needs cleaning. A good, strong cleaning would be great in here. Okay, here's the backyard view. Fire pit. The neighbors looking good. Action going on over there. Now the neighbors look really nice. I mean, their houses look nice. They could be jerks. All right, they're probably not. They're probably fine people. Okay, let's see. Nice big closet. And then on this side, yeah, it's a nice big closet for a secondary room. And again, crooked. They're all crooked. I wonder if that was done on purpose. All right, out of here, we hit that room, this room. All right, upstairs, closet. Oh, more of these fancy, you know. All right, this, oh my goodness. Okay, so it's dirty. The HVAC system is, I don't know how old it is, but the The thing needs to be cleaned for sure, 100%. Oh yeah, bathroom. That is Formica. It's in decent shape though. It doesn't look bad. A nail pop right there. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that was. Probably some sort of light or heater. All right. This was brown at one point, and then they painted it black, which is fine, but it is dirty in there. Just clean it. Just clean it. Get it real clean. It's not that hard. We got some discoloration on this right there. You can see that. Looks like it's copper to the tree. All right. So this is sunk in right here, right there. Everything else is attached appropriately. This probably just needs to be popped up, but nothing's leaking. That's good. And you know, when you throw heavy tile in here, that may do that. But I don't see any signs of where it's leaking. It's no weird smells. Terrible paint job though. And again, no leaks. All right, let's see if we got any slow drains. Nope. Draining fine. Okay. Again, jeez, these. Do I want to know? And it's just dusty. It's just dirty. Cracked tile right there. Right, could use a little grout touch up here and there. Right there. Right there. Right. Okay. Right there. Grout touch up. Especially in here, that's important. Because the water seeps down and then you got problems. Okay, we could use some caulking right there. Yeah. Don't look bad here, they painted. That's got a little rust on it. Not the best. Insulated glass failure on this. Let's see. Now moving and... Oh boy, I have to push it. All right, fancy toilet. And you have a shell surround. It is a little mark right there, but otherwise it's intact. It's not super white. It's more of like a off-white. So you can see the color difference. It was probably here prior to them doing it white. When the color schemes were brown, this was probably like an off-white beige. And then you got a little marking from the top of that. And again, register doesn't look bad, but it's a little dirty. These are rusted at all. Look, rusted as shit. All right, let's go take a look. We hit that. We hit that. We're here. We're gonna hit this. Bam. All right, let's go back here. That's the master. So this is the third bedroom, 3 of 4, and the floor doesn't look bad. It kind of looks like the only spot that might have a little something. They don't look bad. I'm just pointing it out because, well, it's my job to point it out, but there is a hump right here. So this is up. This does this in my upstairs too, and I don't know why. It's very supported right here, and it feels like it goes down a little bit here. It's solid. It's not going anywhere, but I don't know why it does that. Kind of weird. It's like whoop right here. You can probably see it, maybe. All right. And you hear my feet sticking to the floor? Okay. Yeah. There, you can see the hump in here too. I'm gonna try and move. See? That goes up right there. And goes down. Nice big closet. Weird hump. I want to go downstairs and see what it is, but I'm pretty sure this is the garage. All right? And the garage is right there. I'm pretty sure that's the garage. Right, we'll go back down and take a look at it. Make sure it's not anything major. I can't get up in the attic because there's not pull down stairs. All right, here we go with the... I want to hold this open for a minute and see if it closes by itself, okay? Okay, and it does. So... that tells me there's some unevenness right here is what I'm looking for. I have a house that has that too. Mine is completely fixed. Theirs may also be completely fixed, but I'd be a shitty agent if I didn't point it out to you. Bottom of the door has a little issue, but overall it's okay. Looks like they never pulled the tape off that. At least it's not rusted like the other ones. All right, get in here real quick. It's light. These two. All right, just directly to the left is your beautiful closet. Love this. Yeah, they did paint in here and didn't pull the tape off. It's like, you got a nice little wall safe right there for your guns. Actually, my gun safe would probably take up half of this, but here you go. And yeah, this is nice. Nice closet. Looks like they took out one of they painted this too. It was brown. All right. Let's get a little look in here. No screen. All right, and here we got vaulted ceilings, cable, outlet for your TV. That right there goes to the tub. That's how you get access to the plumbing. And there is a little faux pas on it, a little mark from them trying to pull it out, not knowing how to do it. And then you only have one window in here though. So here it is. It does overlook the backyard. It looks like it's just dirty. It doesn't look like insulated glass failure, which is good. But again, no screen. And whoever hung this is going to give me facial ticks. The register does have a little rust on it. I would just replace all the registers if you decide this is your house. But it does have a nice vinyl fence out there. And you do also have, I don't know how you feel about this, but you do have the power thing in the backyard. Neighbors have not opened their pool yet. They're just growing mosquitoes. Thanks, guys. Doing your part. And their fence does look like booty. Look at that. Fix your fence. Okay. Let's get in here. Whoa, red. Okay. All right. Let's see. We've got two. Actually, you can see that there's two vanities, but looks like they were, either this needs to be cleaned off or it's been permanently painted on. I don't know if I can get that off or not. Might need to retouch that up. I'm not sure what happened here, but okay. Dirty again. Jesus, guys, come on. Oh, faucet. Let's see that. Yep. And that needs to be caulked right there. All right, no leaks. But it's dirty. Look at all that. What are you doing, man? Like, how do you get that much dirt in here? It's not mice droppings, which would be so much bigger. It's dirt. And I don't know why. See? Can you see that? Sorry. The light would probably jam this up. It's weird. No leaks, so that's good. And no slow drain, so that's good too. I'm not sure what this was. This one looks a little better. Ooh. All right, so we do have some damage right here. Bam. They were hard on this house. But again, I don't know what that dirty stuff is. I don't know what that is. I got a bucket down here, but I don't see any signs of water leaking or previous leaks, so that's good. It may have just been dirt. Oh, actually, I think it's a trash can. All right. Again, dirty. Little mark right there. Dirty. Dirty. All right. There's granite. It looks like some dirt rings here. I'm not sure how you even get dirt rings on granite, but see, can you see? Yeah. All right. Tile. Oh my goodness, the red tile. Okay, so red tile. Some of this needs a little grout maintenance, not much. And maybe even touch it up with some bleach, but touch it up with some caulk here and there. Not too bad. We got a little cracked one over here. And the tub, I mean, I would just do a solid scouring on this. Golly. I'd put the stuff in there to clean it all out. I don't want to try it in here, but oh, look, we got screens though. Look, that's a first. And a nice bird's eye view of that pool. Pretty. All right, in here, this is nice. Look, oh, okay. All right, don't worry about that. Or that. Someone was using it as a grab bar. Not bad. This is a nice big, this is huge. Great big. I'd put a seat in here and chill out. Maybe put a door on that, make this a steam shower. That's where I'd go with it. But I do like that it's all tiled in. You do need some grout maintenance here and there. And that. Right there. Couple spots. Right there. But overall, not bad. They kept the oldest pole they could find to keep up here. All right. Floors definitely need a little grout maintenance here and there. And a good scrubbing. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Ooh, power fan. All right. Put that down. Yucky. And it doesn't move. Okay, cool. So this doesn't move. Yay. And again, it touches a little bit right here, and I'm assuming because they probably put tile in over the floor that was there, which is totally fine to do, but you do need to fix your doors if you're gonna do that. And it looks like you got a little rubbing right there too. Needs to be cleaned and properly. It's the finish work for me. It's not bad, it's just not great. And you know, like, it's doable though. If you liked it, it could easily be done and cleaned up into a really nice house. The major stuff is done. I don't like some of the paint jobs, obviously, right? Not my favorite. And I don't like the red tile, but I think that was probably for a door at one point. We could probably easily put one back here. All right, let's get out of here. Do a quick little roundabout. There you go. All right, then we're gonna hit this door that doesn't stay open. And it's a very big room. All right, let's get outside. And the jets fly overhead. All right. Listen. Light, okay. Okay. There's a door again. There's the top light I was telling you about earlier. All right, get a quick view here. Okay, we're gonna go downstairs. Oh, carpets up here are not bad. So I would say, oh, actually I missed that. Oh, I got a little too close, sorry. Yeah, I did miss that, look. Got it now though. All right, so we got a little spot up here, but they're not crazy dirty or anything. Okay, so could be cleaned. It needs to be cleaned. Really bad. All right, let's go outside. And how are they getting anywhere? Aren't there somewhere? This place is empty. Who is driving these cars? Right. Ah, the backyard. Okay. So, right off the bat, I see that it needs just a little paint maintenance and some caulk. It's not the cleanest looking job. Definitely I would want to caulk all the windows and doors around here. It just looks like, and that's something you do all the time. As soon as you caulk them again, you caulk them twice. Caulk it, let it dry because it'll pull away, and then you caulk it again. And then it's good for about a year or two, and then you do it again. Yeah, that's definitely insulated glass failure right there. Okay, let's look at everything. All right, so I do notice a little sag right here with the one beam. They could have maybe made those, put a support right there underneath where that rag is, like they do on these ones. They don't have it on this one. They got it there. And and they got it there, and they got it there and there, but nothing on this one, just this little one right there, which is not where they need. So I would put a support there. And let's see. That is just wet paper towel. God, it's scorching already. I can see it needs a little paint maintenance right here. Soffits look good. Sorry. There you go. Soffits look really good. Golly, it got really hot. Hold on, I gotta take this shirt off. Sorry. Woo! Man. Okay. Some staining. I don't know why it's stained. It does look like someone tried to either give it a little paint or it's just dirty. Maybe this is where they had the grill. Again, gutters could, it needs power washing on the outside. Deck boards look good. A paint faux pas here. Deck boards look good. Nice big yard. Need to fix this deck board. Goes the jets again. They fly at certain times of the day, so it's usually like the morning and the afternoon, and then that's usually it. But it's probably a negative 75 here, noise decibel. Holy shit, what's going on here? Okay, looks like they had a pool. It was either a pool, I think it was a pool, see how round it is, or they had trees removed, but I think they had a pool here at some point. I'm not quite sure why there's mounds of dirt here, but I'm just kind of going on the shape of, yeah, and that looks like a pool pump. Right there. I wonder if they were breeding mosquitoes too. So yeah, that was a pool. Got a little dirt. We got the vinyl fencing everywhere, which is really nice. And then you got some patchwork up here that's been done. And then some of the schmear is off down here. That's easily fixable if you even want to fix. Honestly, as long as it's sealed up, that's all we really care about. And I don't see the crawl space entrance, so I'm going to try and find that here really quick. That's rosemary. I don't think they were the ones growing stuff in here. Probably people that lived here before them. All right, you got a shed. Not the best looking shed. And this fence looks like it's leaning that way. I'm pretty sure it's their fence because yours is all white all the way around. And they have one just like it in the back of their yard right here, but it is leaning. All right. Pardon me. Okay, the shed has seen better days. This thing's looking beat all to hell. It probably easily fixable. It does need a new floor. I would take this down, redo the floor, put it back up again. You do have some wasp nests in here too that are making their way downtown. All right, anyway. And the door looks like it could be reattached a little bit better, but it's salvageable. And then here's your spot going in. I'm not seeing any wood rot around the door, but it could use a little paint maintenance. And again, it looks like they did patchwork right there. That's where the downspout of the gutter was at one point, so I'm assuming it was probably attached there all the way down. And yeah, I still got to go in and look at the, there's the fence. All right, so no access to the crawl here. Let me take a look on the age of this real quick. I'll get to it. There's a gas going in and out. Oh! All right. We are at, he's not letting me leaning in anything. We are at 22. I think it's at 2022. 1 second. Serial number. 2022. Make this bigger. So it's the 8th month of 2022, I believe. We're gonna look it up just in case, just to make sure. And it looks like it could be a Goodman or a train. Yep, it's a Goodman. All right, cool. We're gonna look up the Goodman to make sure that I'm right on the date. There's another owl. There's another one. They like those owls. They must have had a real bird problem. Yeah, that's where the other one was hanging right there. It came down. Oh, I bet that's for when they had the pool. That's probably how they kept the ducks away from getting in the pool. That's fair. All right. And again, they need some paint maintenance. All right. Okay, let's get in. Yeah, look, whoever's doing this beat a caulk right here. What in the pro? I'm gonna scrape that down and do another one. Okay. Locked. Light. I'm gonna go check out that spot where I think the hump is real quick. All the lights. All right, let's do this. Dining room. Den. Wait. Light. Hit this light too. Alright, all the light's gone. Alright, let's get in here real quick. Okay, where did I say that was? Take a look. You can do it. So that was right before this. So it would have been like right here is where it was going down. So kind of over the laundry room, right? Yeah. And this room right here is right on this side. So let's go take a look. It could be too that I have a spot in my floor that goes down like that downstairs, and it's because there's plumbing there and they can't put a support there, but it's very supported. It just, in that particular spot, it's not as supported as everything else. It's not going anywhere, but okay, so that would be kind of like, it's so dark. All right, I'm not seeing anything there. I don't see anything there, which is good that I don't see anything there, but it is still there. Does it go down there? I mean, kind of. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Just a little bit right there. All right, that's what we got. All right, I'm getting out of this house. I gotta go to a meeting, and then I got your other two houses tonight at, I'm waiting to still get into 22. That's actually a Prodigy house too, so I know the agent, I actually trained her. I'm trying to get in, they wanted 24-hour notice on that one. And they didn't consider me reaching out at 8 o'clock last night, 24-hour notice for today. So I'm trying to get my way talked in around 6 or 7. I think I asked for 7. And then the other one is 8 o'clock tonight. So I'll be back over for the other 8 o'clock showing tonight, okay? All right, actually, let me get in the car real quick and lock up, and then I can do a getting out of here. Getting out of here. As you said, unlock the top one. Okay. We're locking it. We're doing it. I'm gonna try this again. All right, cool. are definitely locked. And rocking and rolling. Okay. Oh. All right, 1 second. Had to set the maps. This way. That's a pretty house. Okay, those are apartments right there across the way and townhomes. Actually, there's maybe condos. I think those are condos. Condos and townhomes, which we're okay with. I like that there's a guy out walking his dog. That's encouraging. Ew, he's a hippie. See how that long hair? All right. Townhomes. Clean, pretty 7-Eleven on the corner, Sunco on the other, going into more neighborhoods that are just as nice as yours, which is good. Alright, we're gonna take this right. Take it while you can. Alright, it's a Food Lion, so not the bougiest of shopping, but it gets the job done. If you want to go somewhere bougier, you're going to go to Harris Teeter or Kroger. But nice. It also looks like you have some crab house up here and some dining options, which is good. Whenever there's restaurants, it's encouraging. When you don't see restaurants, it usually means they're getting robbed a lot. All right. And then the interstate access is literally like right there. So you're minutes away from where you, not even less than 60 seconds away from the interstate, which is fantastic. Because it's not usually the interstate that's jamming you up. It's usually the time getting to the interstate that takes the most. So we're gonna do this real quick. And then you can see I'm hopping on the interstate. And of course I'm gonna be responsible and end it now. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.